What can you do when your child suddenly starts using words that you wish they didn't even know? So often these are what are considered to be swear words, or they might be phrases like shut up, or you stupid idiot, or something along those lines. It's really one of the most common things I get asked by parents. Oh, my child has started saying this. I heard my child swearing earlier on, or they just swear repeatedly all the time, and people are looking at me, looking at them in a really mean way. And I don't know what to do. I've told them to stop doing it. I've explained why they need to stop doing it, and yet it hasn't worked. And of course, as a parent, this feels pretty awful a lot of the time because we live in a very judgy world now, and the pressure is bigger, I think, now than it ever has been. So what has to happen is, first of all, we have to really stand in maybe an uncomfortable space of realizing and knowing that we can't stop another human being doing anything. Now, let me just qualify that. Obviously, if a child is just about to fall in the road and we reach out, we might be able to grab them back. But when it comes to what they're saying and how they're behaving, we are under this kind of weird illusion that A, we're meant to stop them, and B, that we can. And the older our children get, we start to realize that this is the journey to hell times 3 million. And then we can end up feeling terrible, like, oh, I must be such a dreadful parent because my child is swearing now, or my child is telling everyone to shut up. And so, of course, naturally, we focus on the behaviour. We focus on trying to get them to stop saying those words or trying to behave in a different way. It's often called behaviour modification. But you know what? Even if, so with some children, we can either scare them or bribe them enough that they may stop doing the thing that we dislike. But even if that is the case, and mostly it's not, it's not a great long-term strategy, and it doesn't really support their learning and their growth. So, Jane, get to the point. What do we need to do instead? Well, what is much more effective, respectful, and really nurtures the relationship that you have with your child is seeing and hearing these things as them struggling. So it's like a cry for help. I always say to parents, try and imagine in your head that this is your child for some reason saying help. So when they're saying shut up or you're an idiot, really what they're saying is, I am struggling, I'm overwhelmed by some kind of emotion at the moment, and that's why these words are coming out of my mouth. And sometimes they might just be somewhere just using a word that they have heard or a phrase that they have heard over and over again because it actually just feels good as they say it. They do not understand the meaning of it because they're just young children. So what do we do? Well, the first thing we do is we have to really convince ourselves this is my child struggling. And when my child is struggling, my job is always to help them. It's not to condemn them, shame them, tell them off. It's to help them. And if I am struggling because I have been flicked into fight-flight mode by hearing words coming out of their mouths that I'm finding uncomfortable, embarrassing, I'm worried about that it might get them into trouble, then I need to just rescue myself first and calm myself down. And then I need to go see how my child is. Are you okay? Or are you feeling a bit worried right now? Or if they're older, you just modify your tone and your words. Or are you okay, my lovely? What's going on? And you just interact with them in that very kind, very simple way. You don't need to go into correcting, explaining, lecturing. They will have heard it all before anyway. They need help, support, kindness, and compassion to come back to feeling more balanced, more kind of regulated and safe again. And then later on you can just have a little bit of a chat. Oh, you remember the words earlier on that you said, or remember when the words, oh you stupid idiot, came out of your mouth. So that gave me a bit of a pain in my heart. So I wonder if there are some different words. So we worked out that you were really struggling, or you were really scared or frustrated, or whatever it was, if you've been able to work out with your child. So when we get those feelings again, I wonder what we could do differently. And just be in that place of curiosity with them. Again, with an older child, just modify your language and your tone. But our job is not to shame our children when they're struggling. It's to be their safe energy, be their safe person, and help them learn for life.